Timeout!
Hey everybody, you've been put in time out again. I'll be your host. My name is Tom. You're taking time out with me, and if you remember taking the time out with me last week, you remember I talked a little bit about Howells-Dodge being one of those teams this year that could take a step forward. Well, in game one, the Jaguars did just that, a 26-20 win over East Butler. Both teams rated in the top 5 in the state. It was Coach Mike Spears' 200th win. What did he have to say about that?
You know, when I first came to Howells, Jim Morrison was the basketball coach here, and he'd won, I don't remember, well over 400 games. And I remember telling him, I said, it's amazing. And he said, all it means is I've been coaching for a long time. And, you know, that's kind of all it means. I've had a lot of great kids come through the program here. I've been lucky, I've been blessed, and it just means, I guess they haven't found a reason to fire me yet.
And for Coach Spears, the 200th win did not come easy as Howells-Dodge had to defeat East Butler 26-20. An interception by Cade Hageman with 24.1 seconds left sealed the win, but getting him there was quarterback Dax Van Langen, who didn't throw 4 touchdowns. He was accounted for 4 touchdowns, ran for 2, passed for 2, a 21-yarder to Jordan Bukacek late that set up this flurry of events that Van Langen doesn't really even remember.
I couldn't really tell you what exactly happened. I kind of forget things, but we got a pick or something. I was so crazy. We gave it away. I was just so down the dumps. It was just so up and down the whole time. I was just, oh my goodness.
Now another quarterback's going to remember a series of events that happened on Friday night. That's Alex Tramer of O'Neill. He lost one of his go-to receivers. Justin Appleby tore his PCL. A big loss for the Eagles. Appleby hopes to be back for basketball. Will be off the football field the rest of the year. O'Neill's going to need other receivers to step up around their quarterback like Wyatt Lever did. 10 catches for 170 yards in the win over Grand Island Central Catholic. Boone Central Neumann Grove, a 42-20 win over Pierce. Dylan Gentrup of Boone Central Neumann Grove, 105 rushing yards, 185 passing yards. He ran for 3 touchdowns, passed for 2 touchdowns. Nothing was more impressive than his 15-yard second quarter touchdown run, unless you look at the numbers Levi Kruger put up for Boone Central Neumann Grove, 161 yards rushing on 16 carries. Now the Cardinals this week are going to have a big test as well because Wayne opened the season with a 43-33 win over Columbus Scotus, a team moving forward, and that's where Boone Central Neumann Grove has to travel this week. Another team in Wayne's district, Norfolk Catholic, is a tough team in Class C1. Catholic opened the season Thursday, a 24-6 win over Wahoo Neumann. Jeff Beller knows that anytime you play Wahoo Neumann, it's not easy.
Well, I think, Bishop Newman's a hard team to open with. Coach Turman's a great coach. They have great tradition. They play well. That's a good football team.
One thing that does make it easier is when you have a guy like Dylan Couts on your team. 18 carries, 204 yards to lead Norfolk Catholic to the 24-6 win. More than Couts led Norfolk Catholic, though, was the defense. Norfolk Catholic allowed 184 yards. 63 of those came on one play. They forced 3 Neumann turnovers to open the season at 1-0. Lutheran High Northeast also opened the season 1-0. The Eagles made Cross County look a little bit foolish in the first quarter. 37-0 first quarter advantage for the Eagles, led by Wisner Pilger transfer Karel Komus. 138 rushing yards for Komus. In the first 6 minutes of the game, he scored twice. Lutheran High, a very impressive win to open the season. An impressive win for Bloomfield. I'm saying impressive a lot. How many times can you say impressive in a minute? Go! No, just kidding. Bloomfield looked good defensively in its win over Wynot. They opened with a 14-6 win. They actually scored all of their 14 points in the first 8 minutes of the game. Quentin Moles scored both touchdowns. He finished with 142 yards rushing, struggled a little bit in the second half, but expect the Bees to buzz their way along as the season continues. Oh, that stings. It's such a lame joke. Now, Creighton looks like they're never going to stop. A 94-0 win over Neligh-Oakdale to start the year. They had 3 players over 100 yards rushing. Braden Zimmer with 143 yards rushing. Bryce Zimmerer, 102. Derek Wortman ran for 127 yards. In all, they outgained Neligh-Oakdale 496-29. Creighton is a very good football team. Norfolk High looks like they're building to become a good football team. They lost their season opener 21-13 to Lincoln East. Sophomore quarterback Brandon Hart in the second half looked to gain more control of the offense, and defensively, Norfolk held Lincoln East scoreless in the second half, but still fell a little bit short, 21-13. They will look to continue to build upon the momentum they gained in the second half Thursday night against Fremont. But our game of the week this week, Oakland Craig, which defeated Malcolm 34-0 in its opener, at Battle Creek, which escaped against UTAN, a team that's preseason number 1 according to some people in Class C2. Well, they're not number 1 anymore since Battle Creek beat them. They will meet Battle Creek Friday night. Look for extended coverage throughout the game. Twitter, Facebook, NorfolkDailyNews.com after, as well as Saturday in the paper. And that's what we're going to be doing all year. I still haven't heard back from anyone. Please contribute. Tell me what you want from me. I'll give it to you if I can next week here on Timeout. But for now, I'm Tom Behmer.